Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. I want to take a quick little minute here to address a bill that's up in a committee for a vote in New York, the state of New York. And this bill, it's S2857A Alpha. It's in the Senate, and it's basically looking to make it mandatory for lawful gun owners to carry $1 million worth of insurance just in case somebody gets hurt because of your lawful firearm. I just read, I reported on this back in January of 2017 when the initial bill was introduced. Probably don't remember that, so I thought I'd do another refresh today because the bill has seen a couple small changes from the original version and to what is now the active version. So this bill is, like I said, S2857A Alpha. I will have a link in the description so you can check it out. And this is nothing good. This is just looking to amend the insurance law in New York State. This was sponsored by Senator Kevin Parker, Democrat out of the 21st Precinct in Brooklyn. And like I said, does nothing to prevent crime, does nothing to save lives, but it looks to just affect those of us, or those of you in New York who are lawful gun owners. I'll go over it real quick. Not a big, huge bill, just under 100 lines of text, but the purpose is, and I'll quote it, to amend the insurance law to require firearms owners prior to such ownership, meaning you have to have this insurance before you get a gun, to obtain and continuously maintain a policy of liability insurance to cover any damages resulting from the use of such firearms. It looks, like I said, to amend the insurance law in New York to make this compulsory, that you have to do it. So the justification in this is, it's hilarious. I'm going to read it. Injury and death by gun has increasingly become a problem in the U.S. and in New York State. In the wake of recent mass shooting incidents, which have nothing to do with New York, there has been a nationwide attention to gun control and public safety. Then it goes into the FBI crime report, numbers of how many people died in New York from gunshots. Then it goes into saying, this legislation establishes and requires gun owners to obtain and maintain liability insurance prior to such ownership. By having this insurance, innocent victims of gun-related accidents and violence will be compensated for the medical care for their injuries. Time out. Okay, in a vast majority of all gun crimes in the United States, not many, if any at all, are carried out by those lawful permit holders for no matter what state. Okay, in Massachusetts alone, to find a violent crime committed by a license to carry holder in Massachusetts, look as hard as you want, it won't happen because it doesn't happen. I'm willing to go on record and say it's probably true a majority of every state in the union. Okay, those of us who go through the hoops and all the rigmarole to get a license to carry in whatever state we live in. All right, we're doing that for a reason, because we're outstanding citizens. We want to protect ourselves and others. Okay, it's not to go on a crime spree and become Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend.
So what this is saying, this legislation, is so that innocent victims that are hurt from our gun, we'll pay them. We'll pay them out with our insurance. Okay, if you are attacking me or my family, I'm going to shoot you because I am a lawful gun owner. You're not an innocent person at that time. You're a freaking criminal. And your injuries are a direct result of your aggression toward me or my family. Point blank, end of story. You attack me, you're going to get what you came for. You're not an innocent bystander or an innocent victim of this crime. You perpetrated it. You just got beat at your own game. There should be no requirement for anybody to carry insurance to exercise a constitutionally guaranteed right. Okay, when Governor Cuomo is forced to, if you don't know, he's the governor of New York, big anti-gun guy, big Bloomberg boy. If he wants to be like this, then maybe he should carry a $10 million insurance policy on his vocal cords, because every time he frickin' opens his mouth about the Second Amendment, I'm offended. And so is everybody else in that state. So we should get paid because you're an ass. And this is exactly what that's doing. As silly as that scenario just sounded from me, that's how silly that this bill is if it were to pass. Now this bill itself has been submitted different versions twice before, once in the 2015-2016 session of the New York legislature and once in the 2013-2014 session. Will this move forward? I don't know. But with the stuff coming out of New York, would not surprise me if this was put on a rush. And if it does go into effect, it'll take place the 19th day after it becomes law. And again, that is in the description for you to look at. It is currently in committee right now. It has a couple steps that it has to go through to even become a law, but it's in committee, which means it's being considered. Ridiculous bill S 2857 Alpha out of New York State, looking to force gun owners, lawful gun owners, to carry $1 million of insurance, liability insurance, in case somebody gets hurt by their firearm. What does this do about all the gangbangers who are carrying their guns and shoot people regularly? What about the costs that those families are incurring? Those are innocent victims. You know, when a perpetrator of a robbery, or somebody's doing a home invasion, or looking to kill somebody, maim, injure, those are real victims. Not this bullshit under S2857 Alpha. Shame on New York. Please pass this along. I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to this channel, because this is where you're going to get this type of news a lot faster than you see it out on the mainstream media. Until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.